Good morning to our viewers in Asia and hello to others watching from around the world. Welcome to ARIRANG News Break. Our top story this morning, North Korea is now widely believed to have restarted its main nuclear facility. A U.S. official has echoed recent findings of the United Nations nuclear watchdog that Pyongyang is again reprocessing spent nuclear fuel to harvest plutonium for nuclear weapons. Hwang Ho-jun starts us off.
Economic sanctions and worldwide criticism don't appear to be enough to counter the North Korean regime's craving for nuclear power. A senior U.S. State Department official said on Tuesday that North Korea has indeed restarted reprocessing spent nuclear fuel to harvest plutonium. This comes a day after the International Atomic Energy Agency announced it had detected indications from satellite images that show North Korea has likely resumed activities at its main Yongbyon plant. The State Department official, who wanted to remain anonymous, told Reuters that Washington is concerned about the North's latest activities. If North Korea has restarted reprocessing, it would be in clear violation of existing international sanctions on Pyongyang. The Yongbyon facility has long been the source of plutonium for North Korea's nuclear weapons program. Allegedly shut down in 2007, North Korea vowed to reactivate all its nuclear facilities in 2013 and announced Yongbyon was fully operational in 2015. Under the goal of improving the quality and quantity of its nuclear program, the regime has conducted 2 nuclear tests since 2013, including what it claims was an H-bomb test in January this year. North Korea's clear defiance of the UN Security Council's resolution will likely incur even stronger international actions against the regime. Hwang Ho-jun, ARIRANG News.
A North Korean fishing boat crossed the de facto maritime border between the two Koreas in the early hours of Wednesday morning. Seoul's defense ministry says the vessel crossed the northern limit line down some 20 kilometers into South Korean waters at around 3:40 a.m. South Korea time and was sent back to the north by the South Korean military after inspection. Officials concluded that the boat had lost course and accidentally crossed the NLL. They had no intention of defecting to the south. Political watchers say Pyongyang may be checking on the military readiness of South Korea or attempting to pass the blame of rising inter-Korean tensions to Seoul. A North Korean fishing boat crossed the NLL just last month and headed back to the north after the South Korean Navy fired warning shots. In the U.S., Hillary Clinton is set to cement her place as the Democratic Party's nominee in the 2016 presidential election. In the latest head-to-head poll against the Republican candidate Donald Trump, Clinton holds a 4 percentage point lead over the billionaire businessman. Park Jong-hong reports.
The latest poll suggests Hillary Clinton has slightly widened her lead over Donald Trump in the past week. A weekly online survey by NBC News and SurveyMonkey shows Clinton adding 2 percentage points to garner 48% voter support against Trump's 44% in a two-way race. Observers say the lead was attributed to a speech in San Diego when Clinton claimed Trump is not ready to be the president. But it looks to be a different story when other contenders come into the mix. When potential voters were asked what would happen if Gary Johnson, the Libertarian Party's candidate, and Jill Stein of the Green Party were options, Trump got 40% and Clinton 39%, with the other two getting less than 10% each. This bucks expectations by some that Johnson's bid will eat into Trump's support base. NBC noted, however, that supporters of third parties tend not to show up on voting day. The poll was conducted online for a week from May 30th on more than 10,000 adults aged 18 and over. The margin of error is plus or minus 1.4 percentage points. Park Jong-hong, ARIRANG News.
Global crude prices have topped $50 for the first time in 11 months. West Texas Intermediate finished trading at $50.36 a barrel on the New York Mercantile Exchange on Tuesday. That's up 1.4% from the previous day and marks the first close above the $50 since July last year. Brent crude for August delivery also traded at $51.44 a barrel on the London ICE futures, up 1.8%. The gains come a day ahead of stockpile report by the U.S. Energy Information Administration that's likely to contain weeks of U.S. crude inventory decline and oil supply disruption in Nigeria. The under-fire former CEO of Oxy Korea emerged from a marathon 22-hour-long questioning by prosecutors on Wednesday morning. John Lee is accused of accidental manslaughter and injury for his alleged involvement in the toxic humidifier disinfectant scandal. Lee, now the head of Google Korea, was first summoned for questioning on May 23rd for not taking appropriate measures to protect consumers when he was Oxy Korea CEO from June 2005 to May 2010, despite a wave of consumer complaints. Lee reportedly told prosecutors overnight that he was not aware of the harmful effects of the company's products and denied any wrongdoing. Leaving the prosecutor's office Wednesday, Lee did not respond to reporters' calls for him to make a brief statement on behalf of the family members of the victims. Prosecutors plan to issue an arrest warrant for Lee on Thursday. And that does it for now. I'll be back with more of the day's quick headlines at 3 p.m. Korea time. Thank you for watching and stick around.